In this video, I'm going to show you how I design a realistic, fully 3D printable B2 stealth bomber. Every part is designed to be functional and ready for future upgrades. And the best part, all the 3D files are available if you want to build it yourself. When I started designing this model, I kept three key things in my mind. Every single component had to be fully 3D printable. The entire design needed to be upgradable for the RC in the future build, and every part had to be fully functional, not just there for looks. With those rules in place, I start with the basic wireframe. Once the wireframe is defined, I generated the main wing surfaces, and that's when the aircraft really start to take shape. After that, I start making the blended cockpit design, not as a separate piece, but as a part of the airframe itself, where structure, aerodynamics, and functions merge into one. After the cockpit, I move on to the blended engine cowl. Again, it's not a separate shell, it's designed as a part of the airframe. Once the main features are designed, I move on to dialing the aircraft. I define the shell thickness, fine tune the engine bay, and design the cockpit windshield. After that, I designed the engine bay and the landing gear pockets. For the panel impressions, I use a subtractive surface offset technique. I remove a 0.2 mm layer from the outer skin. This creates a recessed panel lines that read as a realistic surface detail. After all the detailing work, it's time to focus on the landing gear and the bomb base door. For this part, I used an integrated hinge design approach. The fuselage, landing gear doors, and hinge geometry are modeled as a single part. This allows the entire assembly to be printed in one piece, eliminating separate door component and post alignment issues. The door remains mechanical functional while maintaining precise hinge clearances and structural continuity. Between the doors and the body, I add a thin support strip. This strip holds the door in place during 3D printing. After printing, it can be removed, freeing the doors while keeping the hinge intact. It's a simple feature, but it makes the one-piece functional design possible. After that, I designed the front landing gear as a set of individual functional parts. Each component is modeled to move as intended, and everything is joined together using pins. This allows the landing gear to articulate properly while staying fully 3D printable and easy to assemble. For the rear landing gear, I use the same integrated hinge mechanism. The entire landing gear assembly attached directly to the aircraft body using a snap fit design. This keeps the assembly secure while still allowing it to be removed or serviced later. For the flaps, I design a functional hinge that directly connects them to the aircraft body. This allows the flap to move as intended while keeping the mechanism fully 3D printable and integrated into the structure. The flaps are printed together with the body as an integrated part. This allows both the flaps and the aircraft frame to be printed without any supports. After printing, the flaps can be released, leaving a fully functional hinge already in place. Finally, the entire aircraft is ready. For 3D printing, I split the airframe into three main sections. These parts are joined together using hexagonal rods, which ensure proper alignment, strength, and easy assembly. After all the design work is finally complete, it's time for the real test. The parts are sliced, the settings are locked in, and the printer starts its work. Layer by layer, the design moves from a digital model to something real you can hold. This is the moment where every decision matters and the aircraft finally comes to life. With the parts printed, I finally move on to assembly. I begin by bringing the main fuselage together with the side wings, joining them using hexagonal rods. These rods guide the alignment, lock the structure in place, and transfer loads across the airframe. But before that, I remove the flaps from the side wings using a plier. I carefully break them free from the body. With the flaps released, I join the side wings to the main fuselage. The hexagonal rods fit tight, almost press fit. It takes a bit of force, but the tight fit is intentional. It's what ensures a strong rigid joint at the heart of the airframe. Now it's time to free the moving parts. I remove the support strips between the doors and the body. Using a cutter, I carefully slice through the support material. Once the strips are removed, the hinges are released and the doors become fully functional. The integrated hinge prints cleanly and functions exactly as intended. Straight off the printer, it provides smooth, reliable movement without any additional hardware. Now I attach the flaps to the airframe. The hinge connects the flap directly to the structure, allowing them to move freely. This joint ensures smooth motion and keeps the flaps fully functional as a part of the airframe. Now it's time to print the front and rear landing gear parts. These components are printed separately, ready to be assembled and tested for proper function. I mount the tires onto the wheels and begin assembling the front landing gear. Each part is joined together using 3D printed pins, forming a fully functional assembly ready to support the aircraft. The wheels are attached to the landing gear using wheel pins. These pins lock the wheels in place while still allowing them to rotate freely. The rear landing gear is designed as an integrated assembly. During deployment, it rotates by 90 degrees, allowing the gear to engage smoothly and lock into position. At last, I attach the front lid to the front landing gear using glue, but I make a small mistake. I accidentally glued it facing the wrong side. The rear landing gear fits into its slot and snaps into place perfectly. The snap fit holds it securely, exactly as intended in the design. With the help of glue, I attach the front landing gear assembly directly to the aircraft airframe. Once it's set, the gear sits firmly in place and completes the landing gear system. It's time for the upper detailing. I glued the windshield into its slot, locking it cleanly into its place. At last, I glue the strip into their slots. This is the final step of the assembly, bringing together all the work done before. Once the glue it sets, everything is locked in place, the structure, the details, and the moving parts. With that, the aircraft is fully assembled and the build is finally complete. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to build this aircraft yourself, all the 3D files are available. The link is in the description.